Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I decided to film outside today because I wanted to do kind of a get to know me tag. Since I haven't done one like this in a really long time, I decided to do, I think it's called the 25 questions about me tag. Well, you'll know because it's in the title. I don't know actually off the top of my head who the creator is. All I did was copy and paste the questions, and I've tried to not even look at them. So this is a little intimidating because I always find tags a little bit more difficult to do because they require a little bit of thinking, especially if there's books involved. But because this one is mostly about me, I thought I would just go in blind to the questions. I've seen a couple people do the tag, but I don't know that I've watched it all the way through of anybody. We're just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna do my best to answer these questions off the cuff and see how it goes. So I have them printed out. Number one, what's your channel about? Well, clearly I'm a books channel. I talk about my reading, the books that I bring into my home, what's on my shelves, what I'm reading, what I think about the books that I'm reading, all that stuff. And I also have a channel that talks about my health, Krista's Joyful Journey, which is about my journey towards being a more healthy person. That is always linked in the description box below. Number two, how old are you? I am 45 years old. Number three, what is your relationship status? So far we're starting out pretty easy. I am single. I have always been single. I'm perpetually single, sadly. That is not the course of life that I was hoping for when I was younger or now. That's just the road that my life has taken. Number four, did you go to college? And what is your occupation? Kind of a double duty there. Yes, I did go to college. I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in English. I was education until my senior year when I changed my major because I did not want to teach, even though I love kids. So now I nanny. Am I using my education? Absolutely. I have a channel on YouTube where I talk about books. My English degree is coming in handy. Number five is where do you live? I currently live in Richmond, Virginia area. I have lived here for the last 5 years. I'm an East Coast girl for sure, and I grew up on the Northeast, but I don't know if that's coming later, so I'll save it, but just say that I'm an East Coast girl through and through. Number six, looking back. Okay, here we're getting a little more tricky. Looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? What would I have told my 10-year-old self? Keep reading. I loved reading then too. My love of reading will introduce me to some of my best friends in my adult years. What would I tell my 10-year-old self? Stay faithful in the little things, continue to be kind, trust God no matter what. That's what I would tell her. Don't stress out. And I would say, hug dad more. Man, when I was 10, my family hadn't adopted any kids yet. It was just me and my brother. So I would say, buckle up, get ready. It's about to get crazy. Number seven is tell us about your family. I am the oldest of 8 kids, but until I was 12, there was only 2 of us. When I was 12, we adopted 3 kids and a sibling group of 3. When I was 15, we adopted 2 more brothers. And then when I was 18, we adopted my youngest sister, Rachel. So I'm the oldest of 8 kids. My dad passed away when I was 21. My mom is a rock. She's amazing. She raised 6 kids. I was already out of house at the time. So was my biological brother, but she raised 6 kids basically on her own. She's an amazing woman. I love my family very much. We're not super duper close right now, but I still love them with all of my heart. Number 8 is what is your favorite holiday? Growing up, it was always Thanksgiving because my extended family would always gather for a huge Thanksgiving. Now I think it's Christmas since I live far away from home, just getting to go home and see whatever siblings make it home for the holiday, which is not always everybody, sadly, but I just love any chance to get together with some of my family. I love Christmas music. I love my Christmas tree. It brings me so much joy. It's a peaceful holiday, celebrating the birth of Jesus and gathering with family and friends. And I love everything about Christmas, except like the gaudy, annoying parts of Christmas. Number 9, this is a good question. You have no budget. What is your dream vacation? I have no budget. What is my dream vacation? I mean, a vacation for me is best when I get time to get away from home and relax and get out in nature and have time to read and be with friends or family. So I would say if I have no budget, some kind of camping trip. I already own like a tent and a sleeping bag and all that stuff. So some kind of camping vacation, I guess, would be my choice with no budget. So somewhere fun where there's beautiful hikes to take, have campfires at night, good food, good conversation. Someone else can bring fun drinks. Yeah, a camping vacation, I'm down for that. But somewhere where I've never been before and can explore a little bit too would be really fun. Number 10 is to name my biggest pet peeves. And at first I'm like, I don't really have pet peeves, but I'm sure that I do. I think when I see people being unkind or not realizing how their words or actions are affecting the people around them, that really bothers me, because I'm very conscientious of how the things that I say and do affect people around me, and it bothers me when other people don't take that into consideration. So unkindness, rudeness, being rude is a pet peeve. Oh, I can't stand it when I see people being rude. I guess that's what I'll say for a pet peeve. Okay, I just had to pause because there was like a random dude standing out on the street and he wasn't leaving, so I had to wait until he got picked up. Okay, number 11 was what book changed your life? And since I had a minute to think about it, the only answer that I can give for this is the Bible. There are no other books. There are books that have impacted me greatly, but I don't think any of them have technically changed my life other than the Bible. As a Christian, I have read the Bible, tried to read the Bible every day. I've read the Bible through cover to cover, but I've studied the Bible. I've done Bible studies in church and through Sunday school, and I've learned the Bible my whole life, and it greatly impacts how I see myself, how I view the world, how I have been able to walk through tough times, the trust that I have in God, who I believe God is to be. All of these things that are such an important part of my life have been impacted because of the book, the Bible. So that's really the only answer that I can give. And I know that might be an obvious answer, but I cannot think of another book that has changed my life. Maybe if I think about it more, I could come up with some, but that's the answer I'm gonna give. Number 12, what simple invention changed the world? A toothbrush? It's my first, I don't know why that's my first reaction. What simple invention changed the world? The discovery of electricity? Is that an invention? That changed the world. I mean, so many things. My first reaction was a toothbrush. That's so bizarre. Clean teeth, better, fresh breath. I'm going with it. That's what I thought. Man, the sun is gonna be right there. Okay, number 13, favorite movies / TV shows. How long do we have? Just kidding. A long time ago, after college, but like decades ago now, decided to not have cable because I am someone who gets sucked in. Now with so many streaming opportunities, when I have a show, I binge it from beginning to end. And it kind of takes over everything, just like reading does in a lot of ways. So yeah, I have some favorites. I would say the 1989 version, I think it's 89, whatever, the Anne of Green Gables miniseries. I absolutely loved that, and I've watched it over and over and over. I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan. I'm not an ultra fan, but I really love the Gilmore Girls. I love all of the 20-minute, 25-minute sitcom shows. So like Parks and Rec and The Office and Friends. And right now I'm watching How I Met Your Mother. I love those for when I'm getting ready, getting dinner ready or doing dishes. I love to pop those in. I wouldn't necessarily call them favorites. I just really enjoy them. And I love every version of Pride and Prejudice. I think the Colin Firth one is my favorite, but I do love the Keira Knightley one as well. Oh man, they both have their merits for sure. I love Pride and Prejudice. I love any kind of adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. I'm a big fan. And then also when it comes to TV, I am a sucker for a reality TV show. I know they're not reality and I know they're mostly ridiculous, but I'm a sucker. I'm a Bachelor. I'm part of Bachelor Nation. I watch almost every season of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, all of it. I watch it all. Maybe with a little bit of a shame face because I know how ridiculous it is, but I just love it. Number 14 is a tough one. Describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. Oh man. Oh, so Miss Pettigrew lives for a day because she's kind, older, and single and still looking for her way in life. So Miss Pettigrew lives for a day. Miss Pettigrew is me at this stage in life. I always kind of felt like the Diana in Anne of Green Gables because I feel like I'm a really good friend, but I'm always like the side character. Like it's never really about me. I don't get the guy. I don't get the attention. I'm just a little bit on the side, and I'm a little bit on the overweight side. And at least in the miniseries, she was on the chubbier side for a while. And that's me. So maybe Diana, Miss Pettigrew. Who would be a third character? I don't know. Maybe that's an answer for that. Maybe that's something you guys can help me answer. From what you know of me, what fictional character would you say resembles me? That's a hard one off the top of my head to come up with. We'll stick with those two, and then you guys fill in the blank for the third character. I'm super curious who you would say. Number 15 is, what was your dream job? I can say wholeheartedly, I always wanted to be a wife and a mom. Like I just wanted to have a family. I never really had career aspirations. I always just wanted to be a wife and a mom, and that has not been the path God has brought me on. And we've had a lot of words about that. Most very upset on my end. I did want to teach for a little while. I just always have loved working with kids, and that's my dream job. So since I'm not a mom, being able to nanny and take care of other people's kids and help teach them and train them and love them has been a dream. And not have to dress up. Like I am not a corporate world type of person. I like the idea of getting dressed up to go to work every day. Just makes me really ill. I'm definitely comfort clothes, loving on kids, teaching them, training them, just like teaching boundaries and like just all the things that a mom would do, except I get to come home at the end of the day and not have kids here, which is kind of nice. I guess there are benefits to that as well. But yeah, my dream job most of my life was to be a wife and a mom. That has not happened. There's not much I can do about that on my own in the financial position where I am right now. Number 16, if magic was real, what spell would you learn first? Oh golly. Definitely Mary Poppins, when she can just snap her fingers and things get clean and the dishes get done. To clean things up quickly and easily, I hate, you guys know, if you've been around here for any length of time, I don't have a dishwasher, and most of the places I've lived haven't had dishwashers in my life. So doing dishes is like the bane of my existence. I hate it. I just hate it. It doesn't take very long. If I just keep on top with it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I just don't like it. And so I don't keep on top of it, which means it's always a big ordeal. And it always messes with my nail polish. Like I hate doing the dishes a lot. So if I could have, and I'm not a particularly clean freak. Like I keep things neat and straightened up, but when it comes to dusting and vacuuming and cleaning the dust off the ceiling fans and the baseboards and all that, like I don't do all that stuff. I don't like it. Bathrooms, I'm not a fan of. So if I could do Mary Poppins, whatever charm that is, to clean things up, if magic were real, that's what I would do. And it's just me and my brother Jordan here. Like, it's not even that bad, but hey, why not? Number 17, share a favorite childhood memory. Oh man, that's fun. I used to love going to Myrtle Beach camping with my family on our vacations. We never really had a lot of money. I never flew in an airplane until I was out of college. So we would always go camping for our family vacations, and we used to go to this Christian campground in South Carolina, just south of Myrtle Beach. We loved to go there. And one of my favorite things on those trips is that my dad and I would get up for the sunrise. Sometimes my brother BJ would come as well. Actually, often he would come as well, but sometimes it was just me and dad, and those mornings were just really special to me now, looking back, having lost my dad in 1997, so like almost 25 years ago. Looking back, those memories are really special to me, of just getting up and going to watch the sunrise, walking along the beach, looking for shells, learning about photography and how to take a good picture. Like just the little conversations that we would have. And then we'd come back to the camper and go back to sleep or just like chill out and relax until everyone else woke up, or make breakfast for everyone. So it just, those mornings were really special. And so that's one of my favorite memories when I was little. Number 18, what is your favorite social media platform and why? Well, YouTube is my favorite. Facebook, I used to love, it just became a hot mess. I'm not on there very often anymore. Instagram, I enjoy, but I stress out. Like I let myself get stressed out too easily about the photography and actually more about the captions. And I don't like anything revolving around reading to be a stressful situation for me. So I end up just not using it. I love making stories and talking to people on Instagram and stuff like that, but I just don't use it as much as I maybe would like to. But YouTube for sure is my favorite social media. I love connecting with everybody in the comments and watching other people's channels and commenting on videos when I get a chance to. And I'm often watching while I'm doing other things. This is why I say that. But yeah, just connecting with people on YouTube has been such a joy and I love it. Number 19 is fun. If you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? Ooh, who would I spend the day with? Here's another one that I'm like, off the top of my head, I read so many books. Who am I gonna think of off the top of my head? Oh man, who would I wanna spend the day with? Who does enough fun things during the day that it would be fun to go hang out with them? This is a hard one. I'm gonna have to take a drink while I think about it. I would love to find somebody who does stuff outside, but I don't want to, like, I think immediately of Wild and Cheryl Strayed hiking the PCT. I don't want to do that extreme. I need Goodreads in front of me. Why is this so difficult? Maybe it'd be fun to hang out with the sisters in Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. I don't want to go into a classic book because I don't want to hang out with somebody who's like from a Regency era or Victorian era and have that be a part of the day. Like, I want somebody from a relatively modern, contemporary book. So I think maybe the sisters from Garden Spells and First Frost in Sarah Addison Allen's book. The one sister, when she cooks, she can influence how people feel by her food, and it would be fun to hang out with her, except that she's like super introverted and so am I, and that might just be really awkward. Oh my word. Maybe I should have prepared answers ahead of time. I'm just gonna say that. The sisters from Sarah Addison Allen's books. Number 20, what's your spirit animal? I don't really like animals. I would say my spirit animal is, well, they do say Enneagram 9s are kind of like a sloth. I don't think I'm quite as lazy as a sloth, but my natural tendency is to sit and do nothing. And I had the day off today and basically I sat and did nothing. So maybe a sloth, plus they're sort of cute in a weird kind of way. Maybe I'm cute in a weird kind of way. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not a monkey. They can be really annoying. I could say elephant because they're cool and they just live in their largeness and just stomp around, get out of their way. I don't know, a sheep, I kind of think a sheep might be cool, but they're dirty and they only go with the flock. Like, they don't like to go off on their own. They don't have any kind of independence in them. They're helpless. I don't want to think, I'm not helpless. I'm not really no animals. I like zoo animals, not pets. So I'm not a cat, I'm not a dog. Well, I guess I could say cat because they're pretty independent. They don't need other people, but they like to be pet and loved on. Maybe I'm a cat, but like people have a love-hate relationship with cat, right? Like, some people love them and some people hate them. They're a very polarizing animal. I'm allergic to them, but maybe cats are my spirit animal. I don't know. I'm way overthinking this. Okay, number 21, we're just gonna move on. What old person thing do you do? I love to get up early. That's like an old person thing. I don't think I've ever slept in past 10 o'clock in my life. I think one time I can remember sleeping till 10:30. That's like an old person thing. Old people don't sleep in, right? That sun is getting really brutal. Yeah, I'll say get up early. because I much prefer to get up early than, I can't imagine sleeping in that late. It just doesn't happen. Number 22, do you have a hidden talent? I mean, no. I can make a whistle out of a blade of grass. Is that a hidden talent? I used to be able to play Amazing Grace like this. I haven't done it in a really long time. That was pretty good. Kind of random, right? Number 23, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't like to answer this question. The last few places that I've lived, every 6 years, I've moved to a different state. I lived at a Bible college in New York for 6 years. Then I lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for 6 years. Then I lived in Foxborough, Massachusetts for 6 years, and it's been 5 years here. So chances are high that 5 years from now, I will be living somewhere else, but I am not at all thinking about where or getting that itch to move like I normally do around 5 years in the other places. So maybe I'll still be in this area. I would like to hope that in 5 years I would be married, but again, that is not anywhere on the horizon as of right now. If you know anyone that's tall and handsome and loves Jesus, loves kids, let me know. And single, right? Single is key. Number 24. Ooh, share an item and tell us its significance. I'll have to go get something. Share an item and tell us its significance. Okay, I'm gonna go inside, and the first thing that I find that has some kind of significance, I'm gonna grab. Okay, here I go. Okay, I saw two things that were on the same shelf, so I will tell you about both of them. This really needs to be dusted. I have this angel ornament who's playing a flute. This was my sister. This represents my sister who passed away. She and I both played the flute when we were younger, and I think this was actually her ornament. So when she passed away, it's something that I decided to keep. And I love that. So it just kind of reminds me of my sister. She passed away 9 years ago now. So that is very significant to me because it represents my sister, and it's something that we shared, that we both played the flute. And then this little box came from a mission trip. I believe this one is from Romania. I collect little trinket boxes from all the different places that I have been, all the different countries that I've been to. It just has like random stuff in there. I should probably clean that out. But yeah, so I have little boxes like this all over my house because anytime I go to a different country, I try to find a little trinket box and bring it home. So that always reminds me of all the trips that I've been blessed to be able to go on. And number 25, tag some people. If you were a part of my Slump Buster video, booktuber collab, if you were a part of that collab video and you have not yet done this 25 questions, I think Berna, I saw this on your channel, so I know that you've already done it. Any of the rest of you, if you haven't done this tag yet, then I'm tagging you to do this 25 questions. It's a fun way to get to know some people in a different way besides just books. So I'm gonna go inside again. Right now that sun is right there and it's hot. It's like 90 something degrees out here. So I need to go inside and cool off for a few minutes. That is gonna be it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this. Get to know Krista a little bit better. Tag. I thought the questions were a lot of fun. Some of them were really hard, and I'm super curious which fictional character makes you think of me. If you have one that pops into your head right away, let me know. Okay, I just had to bring in food to my brother. He ordered takeout, I guess. Thank you so much for watching this Get to Know Me tag. I hope that you learned something new about Krista today, maybe. And I thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.